Hello, 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 and welcome to the Natural Success Clinic. I'm your host, digital doula and natural entrepreneur, Michelle Boshard. And here you're going to have an hour-long diagnosis of limiting factors to an amazing online entrepreneur's offer to help you learn about online offers, to tell you all about their excellent offer, and to help because I just love to help people birth their natural, fun, authentic online offer. I help analyze these offers ecosystems, and you're going to get to hear all about it to help you with yours. So today on Natural Success Clinic, I am so excited. Okay, we're going to break down the offer ecosystem for Liz Urbina. She is an Academy member here in ENTV, and she is an empowered eating expert. She is the founder of the Diet Free Conscious Eating Academy, and she is a firecracker. You're going to love her. But before I introduce you, I'm going to just tell you, just like every show, we're going to give you some stats on Liz, give you some stats on the entrepreneur, hear their story about how they became an online entrepreneur, hear their hopes and dreams and goals, and the limiting factors. We'll figure out what the limiting factor is to their online success. If they're already good, how can they get better? If they haven't started, how can they start? So we're going to recommend ways to save time, money, and stress in running online business to make things more natural, because anytime you can bring your gift to the world and share it online and have that exchange where you earn a little income, isn't that what we all want? Is we want to do what we love for work? So I hope you're ready to meet this week's lady, because she is absolutely a delight. I'm going to just bring up her information here, and we're going to just give you the rundown real quick before she comes on. She's so awesome. I'm really, really excited about her. All right, I'm just waiting for my stuff to come up here. Let's zoom in on Liz Urbina's offer, Diet Free Conscious Eating. Okay, so Liz has been doing this online for 4 years. And she clients, but she wants to scale up. So that's where she's at in terms of her, spot as an entrepreneur. She helps women, usually over 40, transform their health using food as fuel, and forgetting all about that dieting crap. So, let's go about this in a healthy way. So I love Liz because her superpowers are persistence and discipline, and you'll see this. And man, if you checked out her Facebook feed, it works. So yeah, ladies, pay attention, because she walks the talk. Look, Liz is floating around on the screen. So Liz helps women over 40 who are tired of dieting, knows that the dieting stuff doesn't work, aren't looking for a quick fix, but they really want to understand themselves, tune into their own bodies, want to take action, and don't want this like restrictive, unsustainable approach. They want to have an enjoyment to their eating. Life is too short not to enjoy yourself, and really have a natural way of eating for themselves for long term, right? Like this is the long haul, especially ladies over 40, right? We got to take care of ourselves this last while. So Liz has currently a whole mess of software: WordPress site, MailChimp, Calendly, Signwell, SurveyMonkey, Zoom. Got some thoughts around how folks who are in that situation can save some money and make it simpler for themselves. She also runs an amazing Facebook page and group, and is on Instagram and LinkedIn. So I am going to welcome Liz to the stage as soon as I get her up here and show her video. Liz, are you there?
Hello, hello. I am here. I am super excited. Thank you so much for having me here, Michelle.
Oh, I'm delighted. Like, this is going to be so much fun. Anybody who knows Liz knows that it's so much fun. She's done. You should look up. I think you have an Academy broadcast here on ENTV that's in the guides. So folks, you can look up if you Liz and some of her prior work. So I'm just so excited to be able to do this with you. Okay. So I know you But why don't you tell the audience here, just in a few minutes, I'll put 3 on the timer here, and just if you just like tell us like how you became it, because you really have a purpose-driven offer. Like this is something that's very personal to you. It was came out of your story. Tell us that story about how you came online. Because I think you were an engineer before, were you not? Okay,
I
so how does an
was.
engineer become an empowered eating expert? Tell us, please.
Yay, I love this question because I feel like this story can resonate with so many women. So yes, I come from a place, from a world, from a lifestyle where I was, nailing down my career. I had a beautiful engineering career. I was building my young family. I had at the time, my son was 4 years old. So I became a mom when I was 27, very young age. And I am actually grateful that that happened. And I'll tell you why in a second. But the reality was that while my career was thriving, while my family was, under control, let's say that, my health was taking a huge toll. I was living on a lot of caffeine, a lot of, not, let's say, food or food like products that were very convenient, that were very, of course, tasty and craveable, and but were not super good for me or my family for that matter. And I was, I was really living on my daily fortifying glass of wine. And raise your hand if that resonates with you somehow. And sometimes it was not just one glass at night. It was maybe 2 or 3, depending on what was going on and what I needed to unwind, and whether or not I felt I deserved that, because I had another tough day yet. So, and even though my body was literally screaming at me that there were imbalances. Like my digestion was a disaster. I was living bloated all the time, suffering from constipation, which I thought it was a good thing, by the way. And there's a lot of talk about that. And I was also having a lot of skin problems. I developed this acne all over my body that I didn't even have when I was, in my teen years. And I couldn't get rid of that even with the most expensive treatments or creams or whatever it is. I was trying to use to get rid of that. And on top of that, I knew my hormones were all over the place. My periods were a disaster. And so all of that, I didn't really pay attention to that because, of course, we live in a society where we tend to leave those important things, put them in the back burner until they become an emergency. And because I knew, I went to the doctor and the doctor said, just take this pill. A lot of women have this, so don't worry about that. And I was not connecting any dots.
Wow.
And that's the other thing that I feel it happens a lot, that we have the tendency to normalize things, behaviors, conditions, symptoms, just because they are becoming more and more
Right.
abundant. They are happening more
Right.
and more.
Well, and I was going to ask you, like, I was going to ask the audience because I know, okay, so we're getting to a certain age where, like suddenly for no apparent reason, like we're having metabolism changes and things aren't working off as much, or we've got brain fog or migraines we never used to have, or like joint pains and like things. I didn't know until working with you, Liz, that that can all be part of your diet. And so I wanted to ask, who in the audience is, you know, showing these kinds of symptoms, because if you, I'm sure Liz would love to follow up with you to help out, but like, what's the funniest one that you have? Like for me, I don't know, it's got to be, you know, like I used to be able to, now if I eat a hamburger, it's just like instant 10 pounds. I don't even know. They like the burger didn't weigh that much, you know, and or I'm just like really, really lethargic. And so when you, but I don't want, you know, like I'm not a structured enough person that I can do the diet thing, right? And so what I love about what you do is you customize, you have a program, we'll talk about it in a bit, but you have a custom program where people can like feel good about what they're eating and get rid of those things that the doctors are telling us, like you said, oh, everybody has this. Well, maybe that's just because we all eat wrong. Like,
Ta-da! I think you're kind of nailing the point here. And I was totally there too. And I didn't see a way out, because the first thing that came to me was, well, I don't have time. You know, my plate was so full, already overflowing. Like, how can I even squeeze time to cook more meals, to, you know, to do more things to improve my health? Like,
absolutely.
and that's, I feel like, the biggest block most of us who are moms, who are business
Busy.
owners, who are professional women, like we are doing all of
All
it.
the things, right? And so, and being a businesswoman, so we're going to take, I cannot wait for people to see how you are so pragmatic in what you do. But before we go into Liz's offer, I'm going to talk about, you know, every online offer has sort of like 5 major components, right? You want to have a clear why. I think you guys can all see that this is like somewhere out of Liz's heart and deep, you know, like she cares about her family and herself, and to just like a really you know, like a nth degree, to the point where she's this is from her heart, this is a product from her, so she has a really strong why that keeps her feet on the ground, and she's determined and persistent. So I'm not really worried about Liz's business, you know, not working, because she's been at this a while now. Her offer, you'll see, is are really clear, but you need to have a strong why, a very clear offer, authentic marketing, consistent sales, and then impeccable delivery. So, and we're going to take a look at each of those, but we're going to ask Liz first, because I want to set the bar here, because this is the Natural Success Clinic. I want us to know what success would look like for Liz. So Liz, where do you want to be in, like, with your business in like 3 to 5 months? Like, you've got a couple of clients now that you're working with. How would you like that to expand, or what income bracket would you like to go month to month to what? What's the difference you want to see?
Yeah, well, the difference I want to see, we're talking 3 to 5 months, is
Yeah.
I would love to be able to fill in my program that will be starting in October. And I get excited just talking about it, because I have witnessed all of the magic that happens, all of the beautiful transformation that women who have joined that program has experienced. And I'm like, I cannot wait to see
You're
this
bursting.
again.
You're bursting at the
Yes.
seams to have people come to this. Okay, so how many seats are in your offer?
My capacity is at 7. So I would
7.
love to
Okay.
have 7 amazing women who are
Okay.
ready to take, to do what it takes to
Okay.
transform their bodies and their health.
Okay. And what's the biggest challenge you find for yourself, just generally speaking? And we'll do a diagnosis later. But for you, what's the biggest challenge in reaching your business goals? Is it what about it do you find the hardest?
I find it hardest, I think, to reach to reach that audience of women who are ready, willing, and able, who
Okay.
have the whole shebang. Like, I find a lot, and it breaks my heart seeing so many women struggling with unnecessary pain. What I
Yeah.
define it: unnecessary
Okay.
pain coming from their diets and their lifestyle. And
But it's
I
actually locating them on the internet, or figuring out where they're at,
yes,
how to draw them out. Okay, that's good.
yes. So
Okay, so
they're, yeah, reaching
yeah,
that audience.
reaching your audience. Okay, so we're going to go into your offer now and start talking about your offer. And I'm going to just ask you some questions and see where things are at. And while I'm pulling this up, you guys, I kind of go over, every week. Let's see here, where we go. Just while I'm talking here, I can't walk and chew gum. So when we have an online offer, working online and doing one sessions over Zoom, that is online work. But when I talk about an online offer ecosystem, especially an online offer, is actually like a compilation of pieces that create, sort of a system. I think of business as a system. I think of your business as a system. It's like a car that has all sorts of parts in it that have to all work individually and together to be able to make the car go. And I'm because I'm a nature geek, I tend to think of things in terms of nature. And so I think more about, like how a plant and water and insects and animals all function together. But I think business is very much like that. So I'm just going to try and close this app, this timer app, so I can see a little bit better. I don't know if that makes it bigger for you or not. Okay, so as you have an offer ecosystem, and we're going to get into Liz's here in a minute. Oh, I see your cursor there, Liz. So free, you have your Costco samples, your free samples, your low ticket, your actual meat, bread and butter signature offer, your elite. And as you go up the offer ecosystem chain, you spending more and more time with the client, bringing them better and better transformation along a single sort of path. And your time is increasing and your time is valuable. So they're paying more and more as you go up your offer system chain, and because the transformation you're bringing them and the value you're bringing them and you're serving them with is more valuable. So that's generally how we structure it. But I like to start off first, before we even go into that. Let's just start with how you people feel, Liz, when they come to you. How do your clients feel? Like, what is the emotions that's going on in them when they go, Liz, I need your help? What is it that they're telling you?
The main word they use is frustration.
Okay.
They are super frustrated for several reasons and at several levels. First of all, most of them are trying to release some weight. And so they feel frustrated that they have probably tried many diets, many exercise programs, and they haven't been working for them. Or if they gave them results, then they didn't stick. Like they gained the weight back. They couldn't make it sustainable. So that's one of the main frustrations. Other frustrations are along the lines of, body changes, right? Like, because I work with women over 40, there's these frustrations like, oh my gosh, what I used to do before is no longer working. I used to be able to eat this before, and now it's like every bite I take is just sticking everywhere in my body. Or starting having symptoms that they didn't have before, even food sensitivities or intolerances they didn't have before. Their skin shows it too. Like, they start seeing, yes, we are all, time is going by and we cannot stop it, but you shouldn't be seeing, dramatic changes in your skin from one day to the next, or from 1 month to the next, right? So things like that are causing a lot of frustration. And of course, digestive problems is another typical complaint. Like, oh my gosh, the bloating, like I cannot no longer wear, the clothes I used to, because now I look like, and they use all kinds of, and I'm like, oh my gosh, don't go that way. Don't go that route. And they are generally, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, it's not great. It sucks to feel that way. So I can imagine how delighted they are, because you actually get really good results. So tell people how they feel when they're done with you. Like, what are some of the results that you've had with clients so far?
Oh my goodness. I could take forever talking about this.
Okay,
I'd
well,
love to.
give us maybe two short ones. I know.
Two short ones.
You
Well, the
really love your
most,
clients. That's one thing
the,
I love about Liz, you guys.
yes. So the most beautiful thing I have seen is seeing my clients again confident in
Ah,
themselves again,
okay.
loving their bodies again, and feeling alive, energized like never before, even feeling sexier. I have this client who after I think it was in her fourth month of being in my program, she came to me saying, Liz, my husband gifted me for the first time, and this is a client who has almost 60 years old, for the first time gifted me a dress. And he said,
Oh,
this dress is gonna look gorgeous on you. Like he had never done before. And I know it's because it's like she was like exuding this, this confidence, right? And this, I feel alive again. So that is like one of the biggest transformation. Of course, there's the health transformation part, like clients who have managed to get their blood test, like all of the cholesterol and blood sugar and blood pressure, all back to normal naturally, just with simple shifts in their nutrition, and then loving what they eat. And that is the most important part. Like a lot of clients come to me thinking, well, this is gonna be another diet
just gonna
yet.
suck.
Yeah, a lot of salads and a lot of, and I have to remove all of my favorite carbs. And I'm like, no, you don't have to do it all. It's not necessary to remove all of that. It's not necessary. Actually, the only way that this is gonna work for you is if you enjoy it. That is the magic of it. So
Okay, well,
they get,
I want to ask the audience what bad diet experiences you've had. And yeah, because working with Liz is a lot of fun. You can already tell, right? So I want to, find out what's the worst dieting experiences people who are watching have had. Like, just like, well, I mean, you don't have to like share bodily fluids or anything, but yeah, tell us what you had a problem with, and how it impacted you, because you're definitely not alone. And this is going to be one of those episodes where sharing is caring. And yeah, don't be afraid to open up. I know a lot of this stuff feels private, but when there's help as good as Liz around, you don't need to feel that way. So we're really excited to have her here. So let's take a look at, now that we know who exactly you're helping and what exactly you do. Let's talk about the how. So when people have never heard of Liz before, we want to can them out, draw them in, entice them, educate a little bit, and we usually do that with our free offers. So you and I kind of went through a little bit yesterday here, but can you tell us a little bit about these downloadable guides that you have, and how you use those in your business?
yes. So I have, being identified like the main problems and symptoms and things where most women get stuck on, like things like the sugar cravings. Oh my gosh, I have this urge every single day at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to eat something sweet, and I cannot control myself.
Quit
So,
looking in my window.
well, no, maybe. Anywho, I have created, simple, digestible guides to help women, first of all, understand why that is happening. I'm not the type of coach who's gonna tell you just do this. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when you understand why, you are empowered to stick to that, to the better choices. You are understanding what are your experiencing in your body, and that is so powerful. So I create a guide for sugar cravings, understanding your sugar cravings, and 7 simple strategies to crush them for good.
Okay.
And nobody has to do the 7. I just give you options so that you can pick and choose the best ones for you. I have created several recipe packages for inflammation, for digestion, for metabolism boosting, I have like a metabolism quiz for women.
Oh,
So
that's
they,
cool.
yeah, so they are intended to, again, to, yes, educate a little bit, tell you why things are happening, how your body's changing, because nobody's telling us why, right? Everybody's complaining, but nobody's explaining us what the heck is happening. And then I have, of course, a free Facebook group where I go live at least weekly. But even though if I am not making, you know, a live video showing, I even go from my kitchen to demonstration right from my kitchen and stuff like that. I also share a lot of inspiration, a lot of tips, like short, like quick tips that anybody can start incorporating in their daily lives that can make a huge difference. So yeah,
Okay.
so
And you've got these master classes that you do occasionally, and then tell me about the YouTube again.
yeah, so the master classes, I do master classes. Sometimes they are several days, sometimes they are like the 190 minutes or 2 hour kind of master class about certain topics. There's gonna be one coming up on digestion alone.
Okay.
So that's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
And in YouTube, you know, I create a lot of videos that I share. Some are just for my clients, but a lot of them are actually also about, you know, simple things, how to limit your exposure to things that are not, that are going to be messing up your hormones and your metabolism, and also how to start designing the environment that is going to allow you to reach your goals, your health goals. So
Okay, so
that's kind of,
these are the Costco samples, and you know, like, guys, one of the things I'm always thinking about as an online offer coach is where we can use the same materials and recycle, not necessarily recycle them, but keep them in the ecosystem, cycling in the ecosystem in a way that generates new types of income opportunities while you're you know, staying within your core problem. So monetization of social media like YouTube and viewing can be something like that. You can also take a look at Facebook monetization. Right now it's a free Facebook group. You don't have a subscription community, correct?
no, not
Okay,
yet.
okay. Well, let's talk about your low tickets, because I love these. They're really affordable, they're in good reach, and they're value packed. So can you tell us, so now we know when people, and guys, you should check out Liz's Facebook group. You'll put your links after the show into the comments down below. You know, all of this free stuff, like just download all the free stuff. So, and then, but let's talk about your low ticket, your 5-day metabolism training, $27, and you get videos, a workbook, recipes, and a grocery list. Like, tell us about that.
It's like, it's literally your roadmap to transforming your metabolism in 5 days.
Okay.
And I've seen women who have followed this, and in 5 days they have dropped even like 9 pounds in just doing this. And it's so simple, and that is the beauty of it, that it's just one thing you have to do daily. And in the video trainings, you get to put all of the pieces together and understand why doing that one thing works. Okay. So it's value packed, and it's like,
so it's a one and
results.
done. Once $27. Okay. And
yes.
Just do you have a sense of how is that going? Just how many a month would you maybe have registrations? Do you have any numbers in your head about how many you're
for this 5-day metabolic thing?
Yeah.
I do not have a number. I should, right?
Okay.
Yeah. That's something I should be.
No, that's part of, like, a lot of the times, because when we get so passionate about our offers that we focus on you know, because you're such a caring person, you're just like pouring yourself in, and I want to make sure that you're valuing yourself correctly, and that we get your, you know, like from the business perspective, I'm going to be you know, like, okay, let's advance Liz here and get her going and help a lot more people. So that's awesome. And then your 6 8-week body reset. That's a group coaching. That's also really well priced, $497. Can you tell us about that one?
Yeah, that is what I call my introductory level. Like I
Okay.
understand, especially for women who have tried it all, like
Mhm.
come and commit to a 6-month program. It might feel like overwhelming. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be, another one of those diets. Is this gonna work for me? Am I gonna enjoy the recipes, the meals? So this is like the way I found to bring people and have a taste on what it
Right.
would look like to work with
Work
me.
with you. Okay. All right. That
So
makes a lot of sense because your
yeah,
signature offer is where you really delve in and personalize and, do your not hard work, but like the work, the meaningful work that's going to bring the transformation. So your 6-month coaching is partly group and partly one-to-one. Can you tell me about what that looks like and how
yeah.
that rolls?
It is partly group because again, all of the part, like I said, I don't know, I not only tell you what to eat and what to do, I also tell you why. So the why is the same for everybody. So the group sessions are meant to educate on the why this works this way. Now, because we are all individuals, we are all different, there might be things, that work for me better than you or work for other people but do
Right.
not necessarily work for me. So that individualized part and customization of the recipes, because everybody gets meal plans with recipes, grocery lists for the entire 6 months, then we go deeper into your specific needs,
Okay.
into your specific lifestyle. How can we make this integrate this into your life in a way that feels good for you,
I really love this because you're getting the best of both worlds that way. You're doing it with a small group of women, or yeah, I mean, because you work mostly with men. I don't know if you've worked with men before, but you're working with a small group of women and you're sharing stories and building community. But then you're getting that one-on-one time that is like, well, my body is a little bit different. I had this issue before, and now I don't. Like. So I love that because it is more personalized. So
Yeah.
that is where you really shine because you're like, oh, like you just like you're like the Pied Piper of the dieting world. I love it. You're like, no, 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 follow me. So
Exactly.
and I love that too because you are so effervescent, and I love that you're elite. You're working towards having an even a higher level offer of being a paid speaker, or to having retreats. Can you tell us about briefly your hopes and dreams around those? Like, what would you like to see there?
I would love to create a retreat for moms. Like one of the things that actually one of the drivers, I have many, my personal driver, but one of the things that break my heart the most being a mom is seeing moms struggling and kids struggling with health issues because of their nutrition. And their
Right.
moms, like which mom wants to have his kid struggling? Like no mom. So, and I was there totally. I was that one mom who would send my son to school with a Nutella sandwich because everybody did it because it was like the normal thing to do. He loved it. And, and until I didn't know better. So I'd love to create a retreat for moms to not only help improve their health, but also show them how to translate this, how they can translate this and transmit this into their family, into their children, and create, like, one of the things I love sharing the most is how proud and not only proud, it's like satisfied I feel right now with seeing my son coming to me saying, Mom, I need a green smoothie because I ate a pizza yesterday and I need to get that out of my system. And I'm
Ah,
like, he's 20, he's gonna be 21.
sweet. Sweet. Okay, cool. Well, and yeah, and when you can reach into, that's it becomes a culture change at that point, right? And it shifts. It's like smoking. Everybody used to smoke, and then, you know, suddenly we reached a tipping point and now we don't. And I think that this is you're the next wave in this stuff where you are more mindful. You are thinking about how your body actually naturally functions, right? And how to keep it where it needs to be in a way that doesn't like bore you or, you know, like, you know, make you gag. So I love that. So, but before we go on, I wanted to talk a little bit about the tech and then move on, because I think we have the sense about how, if let's just actually do that right now first. I guess you guys, I think you can know, oops, all safe to say that, you know, Liz's why is super strong. Her offers are very clear. I might like to see a subscription community here that's for your benefit, Liz, just because these one-offs, then you're getting like a passive building income for subscription. And I know you have the chops to be able to, and you love creating content, you told me. So having a subscription community and constantly nurturing people would be worth that. And I think for the residual income, it's a low enough price point. If you're uncomfortable with sales, that would be an option that would be good for you. I'll show you some of Liz's marketing stuff. It's brilliant. And I know we got the delivery. And so I want to talk a little about marketing and sales here and what we do. And so I'm going to show, Liz has got beautiful imagery and like really attractive. Like, I mean, she's a beautiful woman and she shows beautiful places and she shows the real results of her program. So I think visually and branding wise, your website is very clean. You know, it's to the point, it's well designed, you know, you've got the things. But it sounded to me when you were talking about your challenges that it was really it's generating the leads and then moving them through the sales process. Have I got that right?
Perfectly right. Yes.
Okay. So what is the hardest part? Tell me about okay, so you do these awesome posts, because I'm like, I need to be Liz. So you do these awesome posts and you get engagement. What happens when someone comments or they send you a message? What happens for you?
So what usually happens is we chat, like I feel we get to start good conversations, but I feel right away, or perhaps I imagine this in my mind and this is my block. Like okay. I feel right away like they waiting for me to be pitching something today for them to buy. You know what I mean? Okay. And I don't like that. I am like, I want you to know that I really, truly want to help you.
You don't, so you want to be an online business, but you don't want to sell. This is what I'm hearing, Liz.
Did I say that? Okay.
You are not alone. Some people don't even start their business because they think, I don't want to be a salesman. I was talking with Amos about this on the introduction, announcing this session. So, you know, that is not an uncommon thing. You should not feel bad about that. We that is part of your diagnosis, but we will talk about the solution for that over in Natural Entrepreneur Group afterwards. So, okay. So sales, the discomfort and the possibly maybe some mindset about sales being icky, doesn't want to feel the ick. Okay. Then say you get past the ick and you start having the conversation. Is there anything else that happens at that point?
Yeah, so when I get to have, of course, the sales calls, right? Like people are really interested. They kind of, so that's my dream, that I don't have to ever offer anything, that people come to me asking. I don't know, it's not going to happen that way. But anyways, when that happens, which is not very often, then I get a sales call. And as soon as the objection, like the number one objection I get is always a money objection. Okay. It's always that is out of my reach, that investment is just not in my level of, you know, of possibility or whatever. And I just freeze in there. Like I totally freeze in there. And I know because I have been on that side of the call too. I know what it feels. I know what it feels to be in fear I know that a lot of the times it's not money the problem. I know it is more the fear of, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to commit to this? Am I going to be able to show up the way I should be showing up so that I get the results? Am I going to be, am I going to like this coaching program? Is this going to even work for me, right? All of those questions come to mind. And I haven't been able to get to the point of having those conversations in the moment
in the context of saying, okay, and here you go, just enter your credit card number, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
so I know it comes as the money issue, but I know there's probably something else behind, and I am like super stuck in getting.
Okay, that's all good. That's why we're here. Okay, and then just in terms of your tech, you have, we talked about at the top up here about multiple subscriptions. So you're paying for the ones with the stars here, right? The WordPress, the MailChimp, the Calendly, Signwell. And then I'm gonna that folks can, in that situation where they're, you know, I call it the death by 1,000 software cuts. It's sort of like, I can't remember all of my passwords for all the places that I need to go to do the things, just to make the people have the things that I want them to have, right? So simplifying your system, as well as making sure that you maximize your marketing potential and taking advantage of all of the contacts that you get from those awesome downloadable guides, and from your Facebook, and from your YouTube, and all those sorts of things, and from your subscription community that we're going to get you. So yeah, okay, so we're going to talk about all that. But when I take a look and I think about the tech that you have, the main thing I think of is that you need integration. That would be my major diagnosis there. But you would also, for each need, oops, I want that one, I want the text, sorry. So there would be a paid subscription community. Also, you don't have any affiliate programs, is that right? Like if you have like you have your videos and stuff on a platform, but if someone were to share it, you don't have any like affiliate programs to encourage sharing, is that correct? So yeah, that might be the affiliate program, might be another option to take a look at, and I can talk about the software for that. Okay, and then for your signature offer, you have it both in hybrid and group. Is part of that video based as well?
The what?
For your VIP coaching, your group?
That's I tend to use YouTube and WordPress for to create all of it.
And part of it's live though?
Part of it's live, yeah. So Zoom, of course, yeah.
Okay, so so you've got partly things that they watch in recordings, and then partly things you do in person. Okay, so that also, but as a package, that could also be, because you said that your biggest source of clients is referrals, right?
Yes.
That does not surprise me because of how you treat your clients and your delivery. So that is, you want to take advantage of that as a sales strategy, and figure out how to help your clients help you with an affiliate program. So and then you might need a little bit more augment on your website, like booking tools for just set booking tools, book paid events, calendar. Okay, so you guys, I think we've got the diagnosis here, where we know where the struggle is, because yeah, this is a really good price. Like, I would actually suggest that it's probably low. And so I really don't think that it's actually that you guys should be jumping on this if you're watching, because if Liz follows my coaching, the prices are going to be going up. But this is a great offer. You're very clear, you're value packed, it's well targeted, and so all we got to do is like get you out there a little bit. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more in Natural Entrepreneur in a few minutes. So that's your diagnosis. We're going to work on your marketing and sales. So thanks for being here on Natural Success Clinic, and we will see you in the prescription coaching session in Natural Entrepreneur in just a few minutes. So
thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you in a bit. All right, you guys.
Bye,
So,
everybody.
bye. So, you guys, these calls are always so much fun for me to do because I love helping people craft out. You can see how natural it is for Liz. I mean, she oozes health, and she cares about people so deeply. My offer was born out of my natural circumstance as well. I'm actually a social purpose entrepreneur, so everything that I do with coaching goes back to my why for becoming a digital doula, somebody who helps people birth their online offers or scale up. I actually take the revenues, and my goal is to help special needs families like mine. Exhausted parents need respite, and kids need homeschool. So that's actually what I'm doing with my offer in the world. But I had done it. I originally became into the social media, digital marketing, online offer creation stuff because I had a homeschool and respite business that was, not. It was great for the kids, great for the workers, great for the parents, but it wasn't making money, and I was on a mama bear hunt. I felt like it shouldn't be easier to order pizza than to get quality care for your kids. So I went on a mama hunt for a decent bake sale, a fundraiser, something that I could do to raise money to pay. So when I started seeing kids driving around in Lamborghinis with gold on their teeth, I'm like, there is money in their neighborhoods. And so that drove my online offer. And it was natural for me because I wanted to help. And you have to have that strong why. I really want to help families to get past things. And so when we talk with Liz about her sales stuff, we're going to talk about some of her blocks to that. We'll talk about some of the tools. But if you like this show and you would love to have a similar process done with you, I am more than happy to meet with you privately. It's $297 for an offer ecosystem assessment, where I go through your personal online offer. Or if you have an idea and you haven't become an entrepreneur, maybe you're like Liz and you're a little worried about sales, we can design something that's natural for you that maybe you don't even have to do. Maybe we can automate a lot of it using the tech. So just go to my website, naturalentrepreneur.ca, up in the upper corner there. I'll even show you if you want. There's a booking call link, and I'll drop it in the comments below, and you can just book an online offer ecosystem assessment, and we will sort you out. Not whether it's your offer, whether it's the tech to reach out to your marketing, finding your audience, marketing to your audience, building the things, the landing pages, the affiliate funnels, the websites, the subscription communities, whatever you need, webinars to send people to in a funnel. We can solve your problems for you. So I'm happy to get my team and I to work for you. After we map it out, we'll go through this just like we did. We'll identify the issues, and then we'll give you the solutions. And if you'd like to see some of the solutions from some of the past episodes that we've done here on Natural Success Clinic, you can come on over to Natural Entrepreneur. These episodes are up for like 30 days. And then if you're darn hooked and you love the value, and you want more discussion, inner circle advancement, and coaching as an online entrepreneur with me, you're welcome to come on into the business ecosystem, my paid subscription community. So love to see you guys. Come on over to the after party now to hear the prescription on Liz's stuff. And this is just for people though who have online businesses who want to, who are serious about maybe earning some more income or dropping their 9-to-5 job like I have, and who really need maybe the help with the tech or strategies to be able to get your offer naturally easy, naturally fun, and naturally authentic to you, fitting your life and your lifestyle and how you want to present in the world. So when you are a natural entrepreneur, you are a natural success. And I am so glad you were here today with me. I hope to see you next week on Natural Success Clinic. Love you. Bye.